What is up, everybody? This is me, Spectacular Pooh here, or Spec Pooh Football 24. Uh, I just want to recap the Eagles and Cowboys game. I know I'm late as hell on this, but hell, better late than never. I want to get to it down. I want to get to it quick. The Eagles absolutely destroyed the Cowboys, 33-10. Mark Sanchez snapped to win 20 for 29, 217 yards, one touchdown. That's got to be the best game I've seen him in due to like completion wise, because I've seen like I've seen him miss more than 9 times. I always know. I haven't seen one game where he was just straight up sharp. But yeah, he didn't throw one pick neither, which makes it even more better. Went 20 for 29, 20 for 29, 217 yards, one touchdown, no picks. That's good enough. LaShawn McCoy he did pretty good. 25 carries, 159 yards, 6.4 average per carry, and one touchdown. Chris Polk did pretty good, I guess. Yeah, to fill in for a little bit. 49 yards, 4.5 yards per carry. Average per carry, I guess. I'm tripping. Jeremy Maclin did good. Eight receptions for 108 yards. Jordan Matthews did pretty okay in this game. 4 receptions, 51 yards, one touchdown. When that one touchdown he threw, when that, you know, Mark Sanchez threw when he scrambled out of the pocket. The Cowboys, on the other hand, did not do so well. The only person that did well was Tony Romo, of course. He went 18 for 29 and almost got to 200 yards. He's at 199, but he didn't throw any touchdowns, but he threw 2 picks. DeMarco Murray was shut down. Went under 100 this game. 20 carries for 73 yards, but he does got one touchdown. Des Bryant also got shut down this game. He kinda got shut down this game. He didn't eclipse 100 yards neither. He got 4 receptions and 73 yards. So, what does that tell you? I mean, I could go down even more to analyze the box score, which is what I'm looking at. And from what I'm looking at, is the defense was putting in work. Plain and simple. Defense was putting in work. I mean, what else could I possibly say? I mean, this just don't make any sense. Defense shut them down. They made sure they didn't do what they made. The Eagles defense made sure that they didn't let the Cowboys do what they wanted to do from those past couple of weeks. I find it very hard to believe, I guess. But you know, I guess this is a good thing. We beat them at their home. They're coming at our home. All this hype coming in saying the Cowboys are undefeated on the road. Guess what? The Eagles are undefeated at home. So not only are they undefeated at home, they're undefeated in their division in terms of division wins. That's what I'm talking about. Aren't they 4-0 in division because of that win? They were 3-0. I think now they're 4-0 if I'm correct. So not only are they undefeated at home, they're undefeated in division. That's a lot. That's very good for the Eagles so far. But still, my only problem when we get to the playoffs, and I know we will get to the playoffs. Not trying to be cocky, but I'm just saying I know we will get to the playoffs. Is that we will have pass problems. Pass defense has always been the problem. So there you go. If Eagles just somehow bear with it with the whole pass issue, then we can probably get to the divisional or conference championship game. I don't see us winning the Super Bowl. Probably, just probably. Probably. Because so far the Eagles are doing pretty good, and it's a good thing that they are. It's a very good thing that they're doing pretty well. And they need to keep up this kind of performance if they expect to beat these other teams. Now, we did not beat the Packers. We didn't come prepared for that one. That's obvious enough. We should have beaten the Cardinals. We should have beaten the 49ers. Had we beat them, we'd probably be in first place right now trying to get home field advantage, which we should in the first place. That's one thing we really, really need to do. We need to try to get home field advantage. Since we're undefeated at home, why not try to get home field advantage? Why not hope for these teams to lose? Because, it's obvious enough the Eagles have the best chance of winning these playoff games is being at home. Why not? I mean, we got the home crowd on our side versus the Seahawks coming up. We got the home crowd on our side versus the Cowboys coming up. And the rest of those games, they're road games with the Giants and Redskins. And then that'll be it for the regular season. That's all we need is those couple of games coming up, and we're fine. For the Cowboys in this case, they're gonna basically have a bye week. The Bears is easy for them. That's nothing. But that don't mean I would say take them lightly. I mean, you take them lightly, you're gonna end up playing like you played today. So if anything, I'll be a little worried. Just a little worried. Because you could end up exactly like the same performance that you ended up like before. And then you'll be in a possible running out of the playoffs and might just go 8-8 somehow. I mean, I'm not saying that to get on the Cowboys, but I'm just saying like, yo, you keep up that kind of performance, you will not go anywhere. You will not go to the playoffs. Again, I mean, just keeping it honest, keeping it straight up. The Eagles, they're 9-3. They're going to the playoffs. They're going. And if possible, and if they win against the Seahawks and Dallas again, then that'll pretty much seal it. Because trust me, the reason why I say Seahawks and Dallas again is because the Cardinals in this case, they went 10-5. They didn't make the playoffs. So that's one thing that would kind of, I don't know, worry me a little. The fact that we could be the second team to not go to the playoffs somehow. I mean, maybe it's because just by the way how it is in the division type of way. But, they win those next two games, we got everything fine. That's it. But you need to hope for the Cowboys to lose the next two, which I don't see happening. Well, next game, which is against the Bears. I hope in this case, in fact, I do really have some faith in the Eagles because we're at home, that the Cowboys are going to lose that game. We might sweep them. So, that's just how I feel in these next upcoming games. Hell, if anything, the Seahawks, they need to win as well. So they're coming in with a chip on their shoulder because they still have a shot of making the playoffs. That's crazy. Think about that for a sec. So if I'm the Eagles, I obviously wouldn't take the Seahawks lightly at all, period. Since they're the defending Super Bowl champions. And they also coming in with a chip on their shoulder in our stadium, knowing that they still have a shot of making the playoffs. So if anything, we need to win this game. We need to win the next game. We need to win all our next games, to be honest with you. And then we'll be fine. And we need to hope for the Cardinals and for the Packers losing next games as well, because even if we don't get home field advantage, we need to hope for the Packers to lose their next game. Because I was really hoping for them to lose against the Patriots. That was their toughest game yet, in my opinion, coming in late in the season. Because I don't think their next game's coming up is going to be really that hard. That's just how I see it. I mean, maybe because I haven't looked at the schedule yet, which I clearly haven't, but I feel like, okay, the way how Aaron Rodgers has been, the way how that offense has been, they've been red hot. Red hot. And for me, I hope, okay, they lose at least their next game. If we win our next game, okay, we need to hold this spot down. We need to hold this down for us to at least get a first round bye. That's what we need to do. And if even better, we need to hope the Cardinals are going to lose, which right now they are losing these games. They're probably going to lose these next couple of games. We need to hope that they lose, because if they do lose and if we win and if the Packers win, we can still get a first round spot, but the Packers are going to get home field advantage, which is not good for us. So, unless the Packers lose that game, that divisional game, which they won't, we're screwed. They probably won't. So for me, I'm hoping it's this. The Packers and the Cardinals lose their next game. We win our next one. We go up in front. We win against the Dallas Cowboys. We go up in front again. We just have to win our next games, because then if we don't win our next games, we're not going to get home field advantage. Plain and simple. That's what I want for us right now. I want us to get home field advantage, because if we don't get home field advantage, then there's a possible chance we're going to lose. But then if we're at home, I have faith that we're not going to lose at all. We're undefeated at home. I can't stress that enough. we are unstoppable at home. And there's no shot in hell where I think the Packers will lose at all at home just as much as the Eagles if they was the ones getting home field advantage. So that's the way I see our NFC playoff picture going. Now, for the wild card, I hope to God that if some way, shape, or form, if the any team comes out beating the Cowboys, then I will be happy because I obviously don't want to see the Cowboys making the playoffs due to one reason, but because of their fans. I'm not saying I don't respect their players. I respect the hell out of Des Bryant. I respect DeMarco Murray. Hell, I even respect Tony Romo. To be honest with you, even though I don't like him, I respect him. But just the fact that the fans just make me they don't make me don't want to see him at the playoffs at all. Period. And I hope that becomes the case. I hope that I don't see it happen. So, I'll catch you guys later. Those are my thoughts on the Cowboys and Eagles game. Those are my thoughts on the NFC playoff picture coming up. I really hope that the Eagles do end up getting home field advantage. Later.